I have just attended the most amazing meditation and psychic development circle with JuJu Divine, who has come all the way from Brisbane to Hippocrates Health and Wellness Centre and Retreat Space in Mudgeeraba. And it's been really insightful tonight. We're going to chat about the power of intuition tonight with JuJu Divine. Hello, JuJu.
Hi, how are you, Aldwyn?
I'm
good?
Excellent, thank you. I'm so relaxed, and so I feel so connected after tonight's workshop. And you've got all the beautiful crystals. We've done a little card reading, and we did psychometry, which for those who don't know what psychometry is, can you explain what that's about?
Yeah, psychometry is when you hold an object that belongs to someone else, because essentially their energy gets transferred to that object. So what we do is we hold that object, and then we just describe what we're feeling. You know, it could be in the body, or a sense, or sometimes it's a smell, or a picture in our mind. But essentially what this does is it helps us to really train and hone our psychic faculties, if you like. This way we can become more aware in our environment. That's the whole point.
And the power of intuition. Now, is everyone intuitive? Is everyone psychic?
Oh, absolutely. Everybody is. And that's the thing. We're getting messages and guidance all the time, all around us. And very often we miss those cues because we're either too much stuck in our heads or we don't believe in anything. So, practices like this, you start to have more faith, if you like. And more trust in your own guidance, because by enhancing your intuitive skills, you start to believe in it. So the next time that you go somewhere and you think, I'm not sure about that, but you just go, I'm going anyway, then maybe you don't do that this time. You decide to turn right instead of left. So it really, it's a practice that helps us with our everyday.
And how do you know, which voice to trust? How do you know when, which little voice in our head or which gut feeling? How do you know what to trust?
They're very different. It's something that is just clear and there's no hesitation. It's just clear. That's the good ones. There's never any judgment. There's never any you should this or why don't you that. It's just clear and simple. And you just feel better when you choose that one. If you're finding yourself overthinking, or you've got that negative voice saying, but you're always rah rah rah, well, that's not the one that you want to listen to. So that's so you start to be able to get what is the clear guidance, which is simple, clean and clear, as opposed to the one that makes you feel bad.
And you mentioned tonight feeling expanded versus contracted.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have many different senses. We have the senses that we know about, like the seeing, the smelling, tasting, touching, hearing. But each of those has a psychic sense. So we've got clairvoyance for seeing, sentience for feeling, and so forth. So with the different... sorry, what was your question again? I got a bit off track.
We're talking about the power of the intuition and knowing what to trust, and how do you tap into that?
Yeah. So I'm sorry, we'll just have to stop because I went off.
That's okay. We're live, right? So we'll just
we'll
keep.
Oh, I didn't know that we were live. Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Bye,
so we'll
everybody.
just come back. So this is it's all perfect. Everything's perfect. So we're talking about intuition, the power of intuition.
Yeah.
Why is intuition so powerful?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that we will get guidance through all of our senses, and by doing practices like this, we practice regularly with a group of people that are all open and supportive, then this helps us to be able to hear our inner voice, because we always know what to do, but we get covered over by the expectations of others, by what we think we should be doing, by all the things that push us where we have to go here, we have to go there. But the more that we can start to hear ourselves, through these kind of practices, then we find that life gets smoother and easier, and we can start to have a more joyful experience in life as well.
Yes. I think where we stopped before was around the senses and the clairaudience, etc. So that all the different connections to each sense, which is very interesting.
Because we have our 3D sense, then we have our psychic sense. Because our 3D, like with our eyes and nose and so forth, I mean, this is the way that we interpret our external environment. So we smell something, we see something, and we process it and we interpret it, and we make our behaviours, words and actions according to that. But when we're with our psychic senses, it's like you might smell a rose, but there are no roses around. What does that mean? Or you hear something, but there was no sound. What does that mean? Or you see something, what does that mean? So it's really very fascinating, because there's a lot of information around us all the time.
And we pulled some cards tonight. I'm actually just going to show these because they're the most beautiful cards. These are the cards we picked. There were 4 of us here tonight in this workshop. Look at these beautiful cards. So this is the Avalon Magic deck, which no doubt has a story behind it. And these beautiful cards here, we all looked at the cards and we talked about what we saw in each card. And then these are the messages on the cards, which I always think when there's something like this in a circle, that the message is there for all of us. So also for those joining us today, this is for you as well. Access your deep feminine intuition and allow new possibilities to flow. Next one, don't be imprisoned by your past. Create a brand new you. Hold that vision. Next one, never be afraid to voice your truth, as truth comes from a deep place within your soul. And the last one, honour your commitments. Be loyal to your soul's longings. This is where you will find joy. That was fantastic doing that exercise there. And a beautiful meditation we did tonight as well. Really enjoyed that. And this music is very special too that we've been listening to. So, which I think is just stopped. It's just stopped all the music. Just as we mentioned it.
All right, let's get it to play again. This is from Meditative Mind, and it's a solfeggio frequency. So this particular one is about repairing and healing tissue. I just really like that one because it's a healing and nurturing that we do when we're doing these kinds of practices.
And what's the hertz on this one? What's
the number of hertz?
So for those who know,
285.
285. So it's linked to Dr. Hawkins' scale of consciousness, is it? With all the hertz?
That's for regeneration.
Yeah, beautiful. Love it. Now you've got something very special on tomorrow too. Can you tell us about tomorrow's event?
So tomorrow is all about the art and craft of tarot. So we're going to do a deep dive workshop. Sorry, a little bit nervous.
That's all right.
It goes for 2.5 hours, and essentially what we do is we learn all about the card first of all. So we'll choose a major arcana. We're going to do the magician tomorrow, and then the magician also relates to, in the minor arcana, the 4 ace cards. So your ace of cups, wands, pentacles. And swords. So we'll have a look at the meaning of the cards, and then we'll have like a discussion and see how we feel and all that kind of thing, a little bit of writing, and then we get to practice. So if you're interested in learning how to practice tarot cards, I'll have booklets here, which they're just over there actually, and they've got what all the cards mean, just so the basic meaning.
Okay.
Because tarot cards, and there's a certain element which is the knowledge aspect, like what the symbolism means, because it's archetypal. The meaning of the cards comes from way beyond whatever our words can say. A picture paints 1,000 words. So we'll have, so we'll look into the understanding of the archetypal imagery, and then at the end we'll actually paint the card. Some people decide that they prefer to just do the practice, but again, we bring in our intuitive self. So the first part is about the learning of the card from a more knowledge-based aspect. Then we have the intuitive aspect where we're reading the tarot with each other. And then the final part is bringing in the meditative mind so we can colour it in, and paint it. So I'll have all the materials here, paintbrushes and so forth.
Great. Is it acrylic or what sort of paints are you doing?
Acrylics.
Acrylics.
Yeah, they wash out.
Nice. It's so great to be creative. It's a fantastic way also to help overcome any depression, or if you're feeling down, get creative. So this will be fantastic tomorrow. So what time tomorrow, and can people get tickets at the door?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's from 9:30 to 11. So yes, you can get tickets at the door. You can also get it on my Eventbrite. So Eventbrite, if you look up JuJu Divine, so that's my name. My website is www.jujudivine.com. So that's the best way to come along. And yes, you can get tickets or just turn up. It's $55. But if you've seen this video today, it will give you a discount, $44. So I'd love to see you.
Great. Angel numbers. Beautiful. Love it. And the power of intuition. So the big learning here is to notice that first voice that comes up, right? That intuitive
that first
voice or gut feeling, and notice if you're getting too much in your head, and come back to your like really feel into your body. That's what I really got tonight.
Yeah.
How important it is to notice all the senses and notice the messages coming in. Yeah, that's brilliant. How long have you been doing this, JuJu?
I've always been interested in all this kind of thing, like since I was wee, and then I had years of my life saying, "Come on, Julia, get real. You know, come on, you've just got to get a job and you've got to do the thing." But then I kept having psychic experiences all the time, just funny little things, dreams or visions or hearing things or whatever. And in the end, I just couldn't ignore it. And I discovered it just makes life so much more fascinating and deeper. It gives meaning to life.
Fantastic. So tomorrow's event, what are you calling that?
I'm calling it Tarot Craft.
Tarot Craft.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the art and craft of tarot.
Beautiful.
So the art aspect, as in the symbolism and then the colouring of the symbolism, and then the craft, like understanding how to use the tarot, how to read it, and how to intuitively understand it as well, more than just the books.
Beautiful. And you do other workshops, of course. These are your cards here, so people can pick up. That's JuJu Divine there. And you've got some other lovely cards here.
Yeah.
So we can see Art of Tarot Workshop, Tarot Practice Circles, Mystical Mandalas, and Paint and Sip Tea. Fantastic. And then the Art of Tarot, that's some of the notes for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And some crystals and beautiful things. Love it. So of course people get in touch with you on your website once again. And JuJu Divine, spelled J-U-J-U Divine. J-U-J, Tarot and Divine Arts, and that's on the back there. Oh, I like that. That's very cool. And there's all the details. Oh, dance art workshops too. Oh, no, Divine Art.
Divine Art
That's my
workshops.
eyesight's starting to go, I think. Too much time on the computer and phones, I think. Divine Art workshops. I do like Five Rhythms dancing, though, I must say. I do like dancing it out sometimes too. Anything else you'd like to share, JuJu?
Just that you'd be really welcome to come along. I look forward to meeting you and just sharing the gifts. I mean, this is the whole thing. We want to share it because the more people start listening to themselves and believing themselves and coming from a place of peace, I think that's a way that we can influence the world. So, one peaceful thought at a time.
Yeah, I see intuition as like a way to trust yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, hurt people, healed people, heal people. And the more you tap into your intuition, the more you're healing yourself, I think, and healing others around you.
And particularly, as women, it can be so hard to really know how we feel about things because second guessing ourselves all the time. I know how often I'll say, "Oh, I'm going to do this," or "I want to do that," and someone says to me, "Are you sure?" And I think, why did you say that to me? I mean, why did I say that if you're going to question if I'm sure about it? But starting to and really this is why I wanted to do it. I wanted to hear that still small, quiet voice, because it can be so hard to make decisions when everybody's clamouring for your attention, and now more than ever.
So true. And we've been conditioned to ask for permission for things. Whereas, one of my mentors said, I'm allowed. He said, put this sign, I'm allowed everywhere around the place. Like you're allowed. You can do whatever you like. And we are incredibly powerful, much more powerful, or at least our spirit is, or, the spiritual being having the human experience that we're having. It's a lot more powerful than we give ourselves credit for, without the ego, of course. This is the intuition versus the ego, or the psychic psychic ability versus the ego and tapping into that. That's fantastic work you do, JuJu. Of course, Julia, we saw Julia Sawyer's actually the official name. However, JuJu is the, I love that.
Business name.
That's the business name, JuJu Divine. That's very, very cool. Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to doing some more work with you down the track and invite our beautiful public to come and join the tarot craft tomorrow.
Excellent. All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, JuJu. There we have it, JuJu Divine from Brisbane here at Hippocrates Centre in Mudgeeraba on the Gold Coast. This place is an absolute hidden gem. Great place for retreats. They do sound healings. We've got some amazing, in fact, there's an overnight gong sound healing. It's never been done before on the Gold Coast coming up November 15, I believe. It starts at 8 p.m. and goes to 6 a.m. There's going to be 3 different sound healers that are going to be working on the night. It's going to be phenomenal. And last night we learned with Leith Gong James. You'll see the interview I did with him yesterday. He was saying that 1 hour of a gong session is equal to 4 hours of sleep. So very, very powerful. Highly recommend you try it out and come to some of these events here at Hippocrates. They are absolutely brilliant. And JuJu Divine, or Julia, she knows her stuff. She's very, very good. It was a very safe space tonight, and it was a beautiful, beautiful circle that we experienced. So highly recommend you come and check it out. And also look at hippocrates.com.au for details on events. Just go to the events section. You'll see all the upcoming events. Thanks again, JuJu. Thank you. And here's to a great day tomorrow.
Absolutely. See you soon.
Thank you. See you. Bye. Bye. See you.